Scale model of the bridge-class carrier English bridge at Liverpool's Maritime Museum hints at the Derbyshire's size. The MV Derbyshire was a vast all-bulk oil (OBO) freighter, nearly 300 m long, and built in England in 1976. On the 9th of September 1980, she was deep in the Pacific, fighting Typhoon Orchid somewhere south of Japan, carrying about 157,000 tons of Canadian iron ore, bound for Kawasaki, Japan. Aboard were 42 crew members and even 2 of their wives. At 91,655 gross register tons, she became the largest British ship ever lost at sea. By nightfall, the storm had built to monstrous size. Captain Andrew Underhill, a 20-year veteran, slowed the ship and turned her bow into 10 M waves to ride out the gale. He radioed an emergency position report, but as darkness fell, the Derbyshire suddenly vanished without a mayday call. Only a few oil slicks and debris later marked her fate. For days, search planes and Navy ships scoured the last known area, but after 6 fruitless days, authorities called off the hunt. By mid-September, the Derbyshire was officially declared lost at sea. At the time, officials could only conclude she had been overwhelmed by the forces of nature, and citing lack of evidence, they refused to hold a formal investigation. Families of the missing crew were left with no answers. A public Derbyshire Families Association soon formed, demanding accountability. The industry moved on. After all, the Derbyshire was just one of many large bulkers lost in that era. In fact, her sinking seemed almost routine. Dozens of similar freighters had foundered in storms over the previous decades. But in 1986, a shock revived interest. A sister ship, the Kowloon Bridge, broke apart off Ireland after deck cracks appeared on a North Atlantic crossing. This spurred unions and families to push the government for answers. The picture above, a 19th century painting, shows a ship battered by waves, a reminder that even great vessels have vulnerabilities. Ultimately, the Derbyshire's secret had to wait until technology caught up. In 1994, a privately funded deep-sea survey located the Derbyshire's wreck intact on the ocean floor nearly 4 kilometers below the surface. Over the next 6 years, investigators painstakingly examined the debris field. They discovered the true, terrible sequence. Waves had ripped off small hatch covers, mushroom vents, on the bow. Seawater poured through these openings into the forward bosun's store and flooded the bow. As the bow sagged lower, a gigantic breaking wave finally buckled the hatch cover on cargo hold Hash 1, instantly filling it with hundreds of tons of water. One after another, the holds were flooded and the Derbyshire lost buoyancy. She sank straight down, twisting apart under immense pressure as the ocean closed over her. In the end, the Derbyshire's crew were exonerated. The final inquiry agreed that no human error caused the disaster. It was a structural failure of the ship under extreme waves. More importantly, the ordeal led to sweeping safety changes. Dozens of new regulations were enacted from 1990 onward: mandatory voyage data recorders, black boxes on merchant ships, stronger hatch covers on bulk carriers, better inspections of critical hull areas, and so on. In other words, the Derbyshire's loss was not in vain. Hundreds of seafarers' lives have been saved by rules that came directly from what happened to her. Today, we can say that every large bulk carrier sailing since the 1990s owes its safer design in part to the memory of the Derbyshire. Thank you for watching this account of the MV Derbyshire. If you found this story gripping, please give a thumbs up and share the video, and we'll see you in the next one.